Good afternoon, my dear.
Good afternoon. What have you come dressed as today?
Today I'm T.P. McKenna in my hat and my cloak.
Okay.
And this is my bounty. And I'm being all fruity because I'm an actor,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Not one of these more fruitier roles, this one.
And look, I've got my antique collection of records. Here we are. Yes. 78s. Well, not quite, but with John Pertwee as Doctor Who, and Cy Payne and his orchestra, with children's TV themes.
Okay.
So don't smash it.
So is UFO a children's TV program?
Well, we'll go through that later.
Oh,
Blake Seven and the Bounty,
yes.
which makes sense because it's sort of set in the galaxy, and it's the Milky Way, isn't it?
Oh God, how many chocolate bars are you going to get in this?
And Blake's hair is all curly whirly, isn't it? That's enough of that.
Okay, you done?
Right, we're in the woods.
Yes.
Callie's mooching about in the woods, and she's got a new coat.
Yeah, she's got a fun
Fun fake fur.
Fun fake fur, yeah.
It's a sort of spotty thing, isn't it?
It is. It's
Which,
I'm not quite sure why she's not got her anorak on, because it's Blake got his anorak on.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
so obviously the costume designer's gone, oh, that looks boring, let's get your fur coat.
But is it that good for like hiding in English woods?
Not really, but then none of the stuff they wear is any good. It's all a bit bright.
She got misty breath, so it's cold.
Yes, it's cold, yes.
And it's count the guards in this
Yeah,
story
there's loads
because it starts off at 2,
Mm-hmm.
and they dim and they're not looking around. They walk straight past her and
They
don't
do,
see her. She's like, I was going to say she's hidden behind a tree. She's not even hidden. She's just sort of crouching in the bushes, isn't she?
Yeah.
Crouching in the crypt. Blake's brought the picnic, so that's nice. And she does a little bit of telepathy. We haven't had that for ages.
She hasn't done it for a while.
And yeah, I like the way she says later on, I must practice my telepathy. You'd have thought she wouldn't have had to practice.
No, because she's a telepath.
It'd be an inbuilt thing, but never mind. Then we're up to 4 guards, and they're like congregated in the woods going
pointing in different directions.
and then they go off jogging, which means it must be a Thursday,
Okay.
because you get joggers round here of a Thursday.
I think you talk us around here every day. We only really see them on a Thursday.
Well, they only go out on a Thursday to pick you up, but yeah. And then a car comes past, and Blake goes, "What is it?"
It's like Bessie almost, isn't it?
Oh,
But red.
it's a bit longer than Bessie.
Yeah.
And it's
Same sort of-
RT277, and perhaps we should look it up to see if it still exists.
Okay.
Maybe somebody can tell us. But I like the way Blake works out it's a vehicle.
Yeah, because it's moving.
Because it's moving. But, you know, like when they're in space, they call things like a space vehicle. He should call this a land vehicle.
Yeah, it's a
then.
road vehicle. What's the name of the road? Yeah, a land
Yeah.
vehicle.
Well, there's a sort of road, isn't there, that it goes along. But
Just.
I always wonder about where roads come from, like in the Death Zone on Gallifrey. You know, is it the road of Rassilon?
Yeah, Rassilon had them all laid.
Did he know? And the roads.
And the road.
Yeah.
Too.
And we get TP in his hat, in his hat and his cloak. This cloak, of course, was used in our Blake 7 video
Yes.
film that you wrote that never got edited.
No.
But I love the way that there's like driving along music.
Yeah, it's very weird music in this one. It's all a bit chirpy and yeah.
You know, driving along in TP's car in a rackety, TP's car, dee. No, all right. Then the guards are definitely breeding because we're up to 5 now.
5. I think it might be 7 at one point.
And at one point it's even more. Yeah, but they've got a sort of rubbish security system that keeps being set off by local rodents.
Yes.
Yeah. But it all goes up to red alert because there are intruders in sector 3. They've decided.
Yeah.
And then we see this sort of castle that TP lives in.
Like Folly, isn't it?
With the lady Tice. She's in a sort of red thing, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. And I said it's a castle with a big antenna on the top. And they appear to have brought along a hat box. It's sort of silver,
Yeah, it does look like a hat box.
hexagonal thing. Do we ever find out what's inside his box? No, it's a secret.
I'm assuming it's records or something of some kind.
But Gan and everybody else are on the Liberator, and Gan's saying hello to a spaceship with his headphones on.
Yes.
Saying, "Hello, can you hear me? Over." and there's this suspicious spacecraft.
Yes.
And people are thinking it might be a trap already. So we shall see. One thing that struck me when sort of Blake and Callie have to sort of nip across from the woods to the castle. I wrote, who cuts the grass? Because it's all quite nicely trimmed, isn't it?
Perhaps Sarkov does it.
There's no. Has he got a big antique motor mower?
Yeah,
You've got to pull the handle on.
Yeah, he's got one of the push along ones.
And for his car, where does he get his petrol from? Has he got a little petrol pump out the back that he has to fill it up with?
Possibly.
Yeah. You know, to send Tice down to like sort of Mr. Crockett's garage or something to get some. But yeah, there's a voice from the ship, and apparently this is General Distress Call, whoever he is. But no, there's a... And the ship's called the Star Queen. I won't make any jokes about that. But Avon is suspicious. Now, I never quite get my head around why Gan is so keen to get across there.
No.
Because he says, I'll go across.
Just to give him something to do, I think.
And if I don't come back, you can blow me up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And you think that's going to lead somewhere.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
No, I think it's just literally... It's like they've gone through the script and went, oh, Gan's not going to sit still. Or let's send him up to the spaceship. Again, yeah. Send him up to the spaceship.
But Blake gets his grappling iron, on a long length of rope, isn't it? Now, what's the story about this top of this castle coming off or something when they were trying to do it? Was it?
Yeah, it's something like
Sally Knivett, not Sally Knivett, Jan Chappelle said something about... Was it her said?
I can't remember. It might have been Gareth Thomas.
It might have been Gareth Thomas saying a bit of the castle come away when he tried to climb it.
Him.
Yeah.
Because I think the stuntman does the actual climbing.
I was going to say it's
not.
not.
No, didn't he do a bit of it and get stuck?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
There is some story about it. But Blake's up, and then a guard comes, and by the time the guard comes, Callie's got up there. And as you say, I love the way we don't see any of them actually.
No.
Sort of going very far, and I just go, look up, you idiot, because these guards really are useless.
And then he sort of does, doesn't he?
And then Callie leaps on him.
Yeah, she jumps down. You blooming hurt yourself jumping from the top of that castle.
And smacks him, and he's out cold. She says, "I will hide this one."
Yes. I don't think so. I think she kills him.
Oh, really?
It looks to me like she breaks his neck or something.
Everybody's very fragile in this, aren't they? But again, we'll get on to that. She said, I will hide this one. And I said, well, where are you going to hide it to? Because you're like out in the open. She's got a hell of a long way to drag it before she can find some leaves or something. Or what's she going to do? Dig a hole or something? Take her a while. There's no reply from Gan. So they're starting to get ready to fire. Villa's going to have to do it.
Villa really doesn't want to because he doesn't want to.
But Gan says, it's all right, bring me back. It's okay. They need our help. And then Zen goes, that wasn't Gan's voice.
It wasn't Oleg Gan.
Oleg Gan's voice. And Villa just stands there with his gobbo.
Yeah, he really is thinking of, what? And then he goes to communicate, but it's too late.
So I said, well, if it wasn't Gan's voice, whose voice was it? Mike Yarwood. And this is Gan. But yeah. So there's no reply to Villa from Avon and Jenna. And so Villa's going to have to do a personal investigation, isn't he?
Yes.
And I just put Villa Restall Private Eye. No relation to Inch Eye Private Eye. So
it's not that small.
But he's bigger than an inch, certainly. Then we cut to inside a very silvery studio set.
Yes.
Which is where TP lives.
Yeah, it's got space bricks, hasn't it?
Space bricks, is that what it is? And the first thing you see is his big green horn, don't you? Which is attached to his record player.
And his gramophone.
His gramophone. And he's got a box of butterflies as well, hasn't he? Or Lepidoptera. And he says, I've been expecting you. Not Mr. Bond, but he thinks he's going to be assassinated.
Yes.
And he puts on a record, which is a sort of whistling version of
Singing the Blues.
Also featured in Delta and the Bannermen.
Yes.
I have to say, although he's got like antique records, they're in really shocking state, aren't they?
Yeah, because he puts another one
they're
on
all
later.
scratchy.
Yeah.
But Blake's insisting he's not a murderer. And TP's got this great collection of antiques.
Yes.
And he whips out his revolver, doesn't he? In the turns out he's an ex-president of the planet
Well, he'd already said that.
Lindor,
He'd already been
yeah.
referred to as ex-President
Yeah.
Sarkov.
Then Tice appears with her pistols in her hand.
Yes.
And,
They're like sort of dueling pistols,
yeah,
aren't they?
they
'Cause
are
they're
a
a bit
bit-
longer and
yeah.
not little.
But basically, the idea is to take President Sarkov back to his people.
Mm-hmm.
And Callie's up the rope again, and 2 more guards go past, completely failing to notice either her or the rope that's swinging about
Yeah.
and being drawn up by her. You just no peripheral vision at all.
No.
But Sarkov's not keen to go back to
No.
his people. So did you hide the box, Callie? Yeah. Again, you don't see where.
No. But she can't have hid that far away because she goes to collect it later.
Maybe she
doesn't
got the local rodent to help her dig the hole.
Maybe.
Yeah. Perhaps it's a big rodent,
Maybe.
big sort of like were-rabbit or something like that. Yeah. But Callie's not from Earth, we are reminded, or her people aren't. But they were going to go into an alliance with Lindor to resist the Federation, but that sort of didn't go anywhere.
No.
And then there was a rigged election in which TP was defeated, and the planet's on the brink of civil war, with the Federation ready to take over. But this is all a sort of long game, sort of plan by the Federation. Although he gets regular reports that don't tell him anything about this.
They're faked.
But this has all come from the cipher machine that they nicked a few weeks ago. And although the code has been changed, they did get a load of information that they're still sorting through.
Yes.
So, if they act now, they could save his planet from the Federation. So they're ready to teleport up, but there's no reply from the Liberator. But TP doesn't want to come because it's too long. So where can they hide out? The mine workings 20 miles away.
Yes. I said that's too far.
But we've got a car. We could go slowly in the car.
Yeah, you could do 2 miles an hour.
Yeah. Then he puts on Blow the Wind Southerly. Do 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 do. And I just put scratch. Get Mark Ayres in. Who's it sung by? It sounds like Hinge and Brackett, but it's not. It's somebody with a very high pitched voice. Callie and Tice go outside, and Tice is giving him a blowy uppy thing to Blake that will explode
If you ignite it.
So he throws the bomb, and he gets his doodah out and
Ignites it,
and it goes bang. So they all get in the car. Well, they're going to get in the car, but TP still doesn't want to come.
Yes.
So Blake smashes the record.
Yes.
I think he just didn't like the singing.
Possibly. Yes.
Don't like Injun Brackett. Then he goes for the butterflies, and that's the tipping point, isn't it?
That's the one that TP can't bear.
He draws a line in the sand when it comes to the butterflies. All right, I'll come then.
Yeah.
Now this car, it's very loud, so the guards don't appear to hear it at first, and then it's just knackered.
Yes, they have to do the
Because
starting
it
handle
sort of
again.
stops, and they have to get the starting handle out, and it just does turn into Laurel and Hardy, doesn't it? Vroom, vroom. And Tice can't do it because she's a girl, so manly Blake has to do it, doesn't he? But a guard turns up and tells them to get out. So Blake chops the guard, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then you get slowest escape ever as they pootle off.
It sort of rivals the bit in that episode of Dixon and Doc
It's even
Green.
worse than Dixon and Doc Green. It's slower than that. So,
just shot slightly better.
And I just put, why don't the guards have a slightly less crap car? They could have that thing from episode 1, the sort of diddly thing, flatbed thing.
Oh yeah.
They could even overtake it in that.
Yes.
But clearly, nobody's ever thought to buy the guards a car.
No.
So yeah, that should have been in the safety report. If you've exiled him to this planet and he's got a car, you should give the guards a car as well, just in case he
tries to escape
or wants to play wacky races with them or something like that. Yes, but that's it. Yeah, the guards simply have to run after them.
Yes.
But luckily, there's some other guards who have set up a roadblock.
I have.
Like they're Dick Dastardly.
Yes.
And I said that exhaust is very smoky because there's a load of white smoke coming out the back of the car. And they teleport whilst in the car.
Yes, and the car goes poodling along. And then makes a huge crashing noise.
And there's an almighty silly crash
and
noise.
then one of the extras overacts dreadfully.
I didn't spot that.
Yeah, he actually does that.
Shielding himself
from the flying debris that don't appear.
From like the loose tyre that might go like that and might run over his foot or something.
Fall and go.
Because it is like a clown car having a crash, really, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
But on the Liberator, where is everyone? Zen doesn't know.
Well,
no.
No good,
Zen goes, well, they're not here.
Yeah, they're not on the flight deck.
I don't know. And I said, so much for internal sensors. At least you thought we could. Yeah, but Jenna says they're all dead, and she does a bit of acting, doesn't she? You know, covering her mouth with shock and stuff. Then a man with a sort of tube.
I thought that's why she covered her mouth, because of the gas.
Oh, maybe. But then a man with a big tube appears, doesn't he? And a load of it's sort of a cross between smoke and liquid comes out of it, doesn't it? So Blake is overcome by fumes or some such, and then Blake and everybody else have been all trapped together in a room.
Yeah, I've never seen that room before because it's got a big ball thing in it, isn't it?
Yeah, but they've all got collars round their necks, haven't they? Or we find out soon. But these turn out to be the Amagons, who are smugglers and bounty hunters. Only the crumbly.
That's Flake.
Oh. What do the bounty hunters do then?
I don't know.
Oh, they live in
in paradise.
They live in paradise and get their choppers out, don't they? And chop their coconuts in half.
I couldn't possibly say.
And then they send them down the river, don't they? They go on a little leaf.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. This GAN thing turns out to have been a voice synthesizer. It wasn't Mike Yarwood after all.
No.
But has Jenna changed sides?
But isn't there a shot? Is it before this or after this of him taking her collar off?
Well,
the lead.
Yeah, Jenna's sort of.
How do you say it?
Amagon.
Amagon.
Yeah. So this is Tarvin, isn't it? Yeah. She's got some history with him.
Almost got stuck up a mountain together.
Yeah, just the two of us up a mountain. Way I put. But the collars are explodey collars, aren't they? As he's demonstrated when he takes.
And it does that stupid sound effect.
Yeah.
It's not even a proper explosion. It's like a sort of
video
thunderclap.
effect. Yeah. But Villa's trying to get Blake off. Trying to get Blake's collar off, isn't he? He's got his tools in his neck.
Not in his neck.
Not in his
in the
collar
around
his
neck.
Avon's trying the door lock.
Yeah.
And then Avon's got a thing in his shoe.
He's got a little probe.
And I just put it's a space nail.
Yeah.
Like it's because it just looks like a big 6-inch nail.
That's why he keeps his probes, isn't it, in his shoe?
He keeps his probes in his shoe.
When he has a probe on the lantern, she's not saying getting better. Carry on.
When he has a probe where?
On the lantern.
Is it up his shoe?
He probes the computer.
Okay. But apparently it's 13 million credits bounty for the crew and the ship. So Jenna says there's 300 million if you treat me right.
But he says that he'll take 12 million if he keeps her.
But I think she's sort of referring to the jewellery room.
The jewellery room, the Ratner's room.
We still never see. There are some Federation ships coming. Then Jenna smashes the first of the guards, doesn't he?
Because she goes off to the treasure room and takes it.
He goes down like a ton of bricks, doesn't he?
They're all a bit rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah. Then Gan is cross and starts throwing his toys about, doesn't he?
It's his fault.
Yeah. Villa and Avon have a bit of a Barney about who can actually open the lock or the collar or whatever. But yeah, apparently Mr. Tarvin sold his grandmother.
Mr. Tarvin.
I'm calling him Mr. Tarvin.
Okay.
Well, he's not Prince Tarvin yet. He's Mr. Tarvin. We've got to show some respect. But yeah, Jenna and the Amagon come in. Blake is not amused. But yeah, they have a little scene about Jenna being a traitor.
Yeah.
What's that stuff in the corner? She sort of nearly trips arse over tit.
What their hands are bound with, not handcuffs.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
But yeah, Blake's not convinced she's.
No.
She's done bad. She's gone to the baddie side. Then they find the first body there in the guard. So then she kicks the second guard in the parts, and So she has a bit of fighty, doesn't she?
Mm.
Then Villa does it. I've done it.
Mm.
Hooray! And then obviously he's a genius. Meanwhile, Avon's managed to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Then these collar things are done by a remote control clicky thing,
Yes.
aren't they?
Yeah.
So Blake throws the thing at the
Because
guard
they open the door and there's a guard there.
just as the guard presses
Yeah.
the button on the clicky thing, so he sort of takes himself out, doesn't he?
does,
Basically.
yeah.
So Villa's going to take Avon off, and then Callie, in that order. Nobody worries about Gan.
No, well, we can wait.
Yeah. What was that?
You can wait.
No, about collars.
The
Right.
collars, they take the collars
take
off.
the collar.
You didn't say that. You said you take Avon and Callie off.
Right, okay. Jenna and Blake smash the
Confusing.
guard.
Mm.
Then the 3 pursuit ship. Well, there's a photo of 3 pursuit ship.
Pursuit.
Pursuit ships.
Pursuit.
And Mr. Tarvin's going to be a prince among my people.
Mm-hmm.
And Tice gets her gun out of her shoe, doesn't
Yeah.
she? Or a boot
A
thing.
little tight, sort of quite a small gun.
Yeah. And then there's a bit of a standoff, isn't there? With
Mhm.
sort of Sarkov. And she's going, shoot him, father.
Well, no, he distracts her, doesn't he? And she
Yeah.
loses the gun.
Yeah, oh, that's
But
right.
Sarkov picks it up.
Yeah, right.
TP picks it up.
But yeah, shoot him, father.
Mm.
And he's going to press the thing
Mm-hmm. Blow her up.
and turn her up. Turn her up? Blow her up. But then Blake and Jenna are there as
Mhm.
well.
And TP shoots him in the
And
stomach.
TP shoots him.
Mm.
And then somehow TP has a change of heart, doesn't he?
He does.
It's not entirely convincing,
No.
but we're getting near the end of the episode.
So yes, got to be.
But yeah, then we see actually the planet for the first time.
And there's a rather nice shot when the Liberator goes across the planet and it's in shadow.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
Yeah, but so it's green.
Mm.
So they go off and they put the rats and their cloaks on again, all ready to go. As you say, that's another 2 teleport
they
bracelets
teleport
they're
them
going
down,
to lose.
but they don't teleport anybody down to take the teleport bracelets off and get them again.
And then Tice sort of has a bit of a bye Blake.
Yeah, she sort of flirts with him a little bit.
And Jenna like immediately presses the button to get
Yes.
rid of her.
Mm-hmm.
Jealous. She's
She's
jealous again.
yeah. Mm.
And then Jenna and Callie have a sort of moment, don't they?
Mhm.
What did you think of this? Is it a bit sort of, everybody fancies Blake?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not convinced about that myself. And he just goes, well, don't just stand there.
Mm.
And then it's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
You don't even get a laughy scene, really,
No.
do you?
Not really.
But what do you think? It's all right.
It's okay. It's helped by TP McKenna.
Yeah.
Though he's not on his best.
He's not on full fruit,
He's
is
not
he?
on full fruit. No, I have to see him in Great Share of the Galaxy for that.
Yeah.
And also, he's quite sort of fruity in the ITV Jack the Ripper series because
Alright, yeah.
he's the newspaper editor in that, and he's on sort of full fruit. But yeah, it's always nice to see TP, and at least he's not trying to do a different accent.
But to me, it doesn't feel like they've achieved anything
No.
by the end of the episode because
No.
off they go.
Mm.
You never get any more information about what happens.
No.
You never see him again.
No.
There's no follow up to it,
No.
so you never see
If it worked,
the
or not.
results
Yeah.
of it,
Yeah.
which is a shame.
Mhm.
It could have been that you could come back next year and
Yeah.
see what TP was up to.
Mhm. Yeah.
He was probably busy. But.
I'm not entirely convinced about the villains either
No.
because it just,
Is this all subplot a bit of a Chris Boucher?
I think
we need to make it
it's
up to
added,
50
yeah,
minutes.
I think it was running a bit short, so they needed to add some for him.
Yeah,
So they added this plot, and it's a bit hackneyed. The costumes are
yeah.
slightly eccentric because of the way they're dressed. It's a bit sort of yeah.
It does feel like we need an episode to fill up the season, doesn't it?
Mm.
But yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. Not the best.
No.
But we're getting to the end of the. We're getting to the
We are,
end now.
2 more
so
episodes.
2 more to go. So we shall see.
Yes.
We'll see you again then.
Okay.
Bye bye, my dear.
Bye.
Hang on, I've got to press the button. Bye.
Bye.